Hey everyone, my name is Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. This is day 18 of Vlogmas and my usual Friday Reads video. It has seemed like such a long week this week. I don't know about you guys, but on Wednesday I came home from work like middle of the day and I thought, oh thank God tomorrow is Saturday, and then I went, oh no, it's only Wednesday. Anyone else having a week like this? Nothing bad, it just lots of stuff is happening every day and then time is not moving as I think it is, which isn't that pretty much this whole year. Okay, so housekeeping wise, I don't know what's going on, but I have been unable to comment on my own videos or on anyone else's videos. I will type in a comment and then the little purple circle just keeps circling forever. So it's been a few days now and I cannot seem to figure it out. I have done an update on my computer. I have restarted it several times. I don't know what's happening. It doesn't seem to make any sense. And it's clearly just my computer because everyone else can comment and do all the things. So I apologize and I am working on it. I just don't know what's happening quite yet. So if you see me commenting somewhere, you know I fixed it. So there's that out of the way. Next Friday is Christmas Day. Hard to believe. So I am actively working on finishing decorating my house. Now, some of you probably are thinking, well, what's the point, Laura? It's only, a week or two and to enjoy it, but I don't care. I still want to do it. And the last year I didn't have enough oomph mentally or anything to really decorate the way that I wanted to. And not that I go all crazy. I mean, I'm not Martha Stewart, but I do have lots of decorations that I've had for years and family stuff that I'd like to put up and really reevaluate what I have and maybe get rid of things. So working on that today. I'm also doing an incredible amount of laundry. Isn't that all I do? Read and laundry. So if you hear some like buzzing or hear a random song played in the background, that's my washer and or dryer. I also have this load you can see right here. Oh, I left my TV running. Enjoy the commercials. But this is my load of work stuff that needs to get washed today as well. There's also an equally sized container in the basement with same. So, song of the week this week is Everybody's Waiting for the Man with a Bag by Starr. It just is really cheery, and whenever it comes up on shuffle, I listen to Christmas music throughout the year. I just like music. Every time this comes up, it makes me really happy and smile. So there you go. Turn it up, sing along, whatever. As to the books this week, I finished no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. I can count. One has already gone back to the library, and I reviewed that earlier this week, which you'll see tomorrow in my weekly vlog. It's the 27th Stephanie Plum mystery by Janet Ivanovich. That's called Fortune and Glory, and I really enjoyed it. 3.5 stars. Can't wait till next year's outing with Stephanie and co. So that was one of them. Okay, then, I also finished last night an ebook. Oh my gosh, what's it called? The Austere Academy, which is number 5 in the Series of Unfortunate Events series by Lemony Snicket. This was enjoyable. It is very much an austere academy where the kids were kept. This time they are shunted off to, I forget the name of the academy, but some academy. And because they're orphans, they have to live in the orphan shack, which has crabs on the floor and fungus that drips on the ceiling and hideous wallpaper. And the 3 orphans befriend triplets, but it's only 2 of them because one of their triplets died in a fire along with their family. So I think I know how and why that happened, but so they have friends for the first time, which is really wonderful. And of course, Count Olaf appears again, as he always will, I'm sure. So I liked the solutions that the kids come up with, and I liked how you can tell that they're all growing up a little bit more. I like that Sunny can use close to correct words or correct words occasionally now. You can tell she's not such a baby anymore. It was just entertaining. 3 stars, and I am starting the 6th one tonight when I go to bed. Okay, then I have Hey Bert by Roberto Pastore. It's Bert from Pastore Time. I did a standalone review of this in which I cried on camera, so enjoy that. Wonderful, 5 stars, 6 if I could give it, just fabulous. I also read Emily Dickinson Envelope Poems. This is taken parts from, oh my gosh, there was a much larger study published the year before, The Gorgeous Nothings, published as a Christine Bergen New Directions co-publication in 2013. So that reproduces all of her manuscripts at original size. This is just obviously a much smaller book. It's like a mass market size little hardcover of her poems. And I marked one that I really liked a lot. It's A539. All of her little scraps are numbered. So it says, there are those who are shallow intentionally and only profound by accident. So on one side you have the actual poem and then the typed out version of what it says if you can't read her handwriting. So really enjoyed this, 4 stars. I always like Emily Dickinson. And I think I might try and see if my library has a copy of The Gorgeous Nothings, just so I can see all of her envelope ephemera poems in one place. I also finished The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. This was a buddy read I did with the fabulous Shannon at That Sopo. This was awesome. That makes it sound like a cheery book. It's not a cheery book by any stretch of the imagination, but it is an excellent book. It is heartbreaking and based on a true story. Real things that really happened to lots of boys. This is set in Florida in the 60s, excuse me. And we follow Elwood as he is living his young life. You see what kind of stand-up, idealistic young man that he is. And then one innocent mistake sends him to the Nickel Boys Academy for a couple of years. And you see him, how he grows and changes there. The stuff that he experiences is horrific. He makes a couple of friends, and he tries to really get the word out to the greater world about what's really happening there. Colson Whitehead is very gentle with the reader, and he doesn't clobber you over the head with stuff that by all rights he probably should, because it's really terrible and horrific. But this was such an easy read. I mean, easy to get through and not an easy subject matter. I think I'm over-explaining now. But I really, really enjoyed this book, and I loved reading this with Shannon. So if you can ever buddy read with her, I highly recommend it. She is an excellent buddy reader. And I will be going back to read more of Colson Whitehead's backlist because he's such a great writer. I see why this won the Pulitzer, absolutely. And then, in this corner, I finished my epic year-long buddy read with Dani at Spenelli Speaks of London, Edward Rutherford's epic 1,200 almost page historical fiction narrative of the history of London. So it's based on fact, as much as you can get fact. It starts with primordial ooze and ends in the late 90s when this book was originally published. You follow certain family members throughout history. Sometimes they come and go. Sometimes family lines die out, as just like in real life. And yeah, this was an excellent, excellent buddy read. No offense to other buddy reads I have done before. This is like the best buddy read experience I've had in my life so far. And we're going to try and do a wrap-up review in person again. It'll be in the spring probably. Of the last half, we did the first half in 2 videos. We're going to try to do the last half again. But this was excellent and wonderful. We both agree that the first half was better than the last half. But it was still interesting, and even the parts that we knew about a little bit on our own, you know, like the plague years and Samuel Pepys and the Tudors and a little bit of the Roman times and what it was like around the early Victorian era, and, you know, stuff you know about, but it being all put together in one place helped to make history come alive in a different way. And we learned different things about the periods we already knew about. So I know this is not all 100% thing. I know it's a fiction book. I get it. However, there's a lot that you can get from reading a historical fiction novel based on real events that really enhances your experience of the time period and can even enhance your general knowledge too. So this was excellent. 4 stars, 4.5 in parts. Really great. And Dani and I are working on figuring out what we're going to read for next year's buddy read. It's looking more like it'll be a series of books versus just one big book. We would do another Rutherford, but it seems like we wanted a break from him a little bit. So yeah, lots of stuff finished up, some smaller things, but yeah, a really good reading week. Coming up, normally I would ignore this and not acknowledge it, and I would just be like, no, don't do it. You're above that, Laura, which really, you're not above anything. You know, everyone's got their thing. I'm really feeling the need to read Christmas holiday books, romances, whatever, fictional. So Dani lent me this stack of 4 when I saw her in September, whenever that was. I have Skipping Christmas on my coffee table to read. Then I have these from Debbie Maycomer and Mary and Carol Higgins Clark that she lent me. I have those to read. I have my stack over here, which you can't see. I've held it before. It's M.B. Shaw and Tom Fletcher and Fern Michaels, Ken Harmon, Mary Kay Andrews, L. Frank Baum, Enid Blyton. You get the gist. And then there are a few series books that I want to read by Jenny Colgan, who's one of my favorite authors too, just for easy reading. She's got a duology. It's Meet Me at the Cupcake Cafe and then Christmas at the Cupcake Cafe. And I think because that's completed and it's over 10 years old now, so it'll be kind of nostalgic too to read. A chick litty women's light fiction kind of a book. So I think I'm going to read those two and really just enjoy myself in reading and start to sweat finishing up the stuff I am partway through the week between Christmas and New Year's, because I do still want to read the stuff that I've started this year and get a lot of them off of my list, but I don't want to just, you know, make it hard for myself and only read the things that I should read, and I feel like it's a chore. I want to enjoy reading. Shock horror. So I'm going to try and focus some more on some Christmassy holiday kind of books. And yeah, that's about all I've got. So I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe, staying healthy, and getting ready for the holiday season. Solstice is coming up soon too. My goodness, I always do some journaling around the solstice, so I'll have to see when that actually works out being. Is that Monday, Tuesday maybe? I don't know. Anyways, squirrel. All right, hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you guys very soon in the next one. Bye.